So I'm quickly sharing my screen. Let's see. So I have shared my screen. So if you can see, I have developed one, simple a Chatgpt kind of, application. So you can see here, like, say something. So if I see is write something like, what is Chat GPT in short? So you can see it's generating as the answer. Okay. Let's say other question. Give me the list of list of top top 5 IT company. You see, it's giving us the answer. So I have successfully implemented a one chatbot, application. So we'll see this one, like how we can make it. So today maybe we are not going to see the completely how I have built this, but before coming to this, how we can build. Let's understand like what are the terminology, what are the building blocks and the concepts that we have to understand before making the AI powered application. Okay, so let me show you like what are the things that we need to understand before um, start making the the cloud application. So first of all, if I tell you like how I built that application, so just because of the AI Sdk. Okay, so Warcel is the company. He has who has built a AI Sdk. Okay, so using the AI Sdk, we can make AI powered application. Okay, so first of all, I mean, what are the things we are going to see? I'll explain you. So first thing, like we are going to see the foundation. I mean, the what is the AI SDK and what are those things are like? What are the AI powder? Who are the? I mean, what are the AI model gains or the AI model companies who provide the AI LLMs? What is the overview? Okay, how we can create a one simple AI chat GPT kind AI powered application? What is the architecture? Okay, we'll also see like what prompt is, and what system prompt is. We'll also see what is tools, why tools is used in the LLMs or while developing AI powered application. We'll see the streaming, and we'll see the agent. So in LLMs, like we make the agents. Okay, so it's just a basic introduction today. So let's start with the foundation, like what we have to know when we start making the AI powered applications. Okay, so first of all, we'll see what is AI SDK. So AI SDK is a TypeScript toolkit designed to develop and designed to help the developers to build AI powered application. Means we can make the AI powered application using the AI SDK. So it's a TypeScript toolkit. Okay, you can understand like it's a AI software development kit, AI software development kit. Using this, we can make the AI powered application. Technology, I mean, we can use React, Next.js, Node.js, and other JS framework like Vue, Angular, many other JS framework we can use to make the AI powered applications. What the AI SDK provides? So AI SDK provides, I mean, AI SDK because it's a software development kit for AI. So what other things the AI SDK provides? So to make it easy, the AI powered application, AI SDK provides AI SDK core and AI SDK UI. So what we get in the AI SDK core, right? We get the classes like generating text, or maybe the function like generating text, structured objects, tool calls, building agents with the LLMs. And what we get with the UI, we get the the UI where we use it's like an interface. UI means you can understand like an interface. So AI SDK UI gives us a the to build the chat and generative user interface. Okay. Next things, what are the popular AI model providers are? So maybe I mean, there are now a lot of AI models available, or Chatgpt can the models or the companies available. So what are the popular AI model providers? So OpenAI, OpenAI is the company who brought first the Chatgpt, right? So AI model, so OpenAI is the popular one. Another one is XAI Grok, Azure, Entropy, and more. Like we have Google AI, the model AI model providers as well. Okay. So I mean, maybe you are clear about what the AI SDK is. So AI SDK is a AI software development toolkit. You can understand this way. And these are the popular, AI model providers: OpenAI, Grok, Azure, Google, Gemini, right? Entropy, and more. So let's understand the AI SDK, like what other things and provides. Uh, so SDK has standardized the integrating artificial intelligence model across the supported providers. This makes it easy for developers to build a great AI application without much focusing on technical details. So I mean, ASDK has given like a framework, you can say, or maybe I mean, easy to build AI powered application, not much focusing on the technical details. Okay, so it has ASDK has standardized the AI and making artificial intelligence. So how is it standardized? Like I mean, it give us AI SDK. Like you can say, I mean, if you are a React or Next.js developer, you can understand it better. Okay, so how we are going to import the generative text from the AI. So this is the AI library that's, or the software development kit. This need to be installed. Okay. And when we are using with the OpenAI SDK, so from where we are going to import it? So we are going to import it from the @AI SDK, OpenAI, and AI. Right? It's quite easy. You can see we are just importing our two library AI SDK, OpenAI, because we are using the OpenAI models. If you are using the Azure model, then we have to add the Azure AI library here. If we are using the the X Grok, we can use the Grok one here. Okay. And next thing you see is quite easy. We have to just use this function, you can say, or a class from the AI. This one from AI we are importing generate text. It's just like this constant text equal to await generate text. There we are defining our model, which model of OpenAI we are going to use. Okay, so our case for now, what we are using, we are using the O3 mini OpenAI model. Okay, so first of all, you have to define the model name and what prompts we are going to give. So prompt is something which we give some kind of instruction to the chatbot. So this is what we are giving. What is chatbot? When we hit this, it will work like a, any chat GPT. Okay, so that's the power. So it has standardized um, uh, the AI application building. Okay, so similarly, we can use the other AI model. We have to just import this one. And if we are using any specific AI SDK, we have to import like this. If it is an OpenAI, we are using the OpenAI SDK. If it is a Grok, it is in Grok. And then this one. And that's it. Okay. So this is about the AI SDK. Next thing, let's understand what's the concept of AI SDK. So concept of AI SDK, like what is the generative artificial intelligence? Means what is the generative AI? Okay, what is generative AI? What is then next thing is like what is LLM? What is LLM? What is the embedded models? Okay. So first of all, if you understand what is the generative AI is, so generative AI is something generative AI model predict and generate the various type of outputs such as text, image, and audio. Okay, so that is called a generative AI. When we go to the any chatbot, something like this, let me just second. We write like give me uh, like AI icon. Yeah, I mean, so if I'm saying the if I write in our chatbot and like give me an AI icon, I can't generate display image directly, but I can suggest you this. So this one is just a LLM. It's not a we have built this one is a LLM chat GPT. It's not a generative AI. Okay, so it's just generating the text and is saying us that I cannot generate, but can suggest how it can be generated. Okay, so let me go back here. So generative AI is something like when we go to the chat and chat GPT, when we go to the chat GPT and we write like give me a image, give me a photo and generate models give me a photo, and what it does is that ChatGPT generates some kind of image. Give me an audio file, it generates an audio file. And when we write like we try to generate some text like we generated now, and it generates. Okay, so it's generates the text and the image. Okay, so that is a generative AI is generating something for us based on the instruction we give. That is the generative AI. generative AI artificial intelligence. Next, we understand what is the LLM. Okay, so what we have implemented, that is the LLM. So it's just generate only a text. If I ask to generate me a icon or image, it will not able to generate because it is a LLM, right? Large language model. Okay, so there is a large language model. So what the large language model is? Large language model is a subset of generative models focused on primarily on text. So what we have built, that is a result of LLM, large language model. So a large language model is a subset of generative models focused on primarily on text. So LLM takes sequence of words as an input and aims to predict the most likely sequence to follow, and it assign prohibited potential sequence and then select one. So I mean, what LLM is, we give some text like this. We give some text. I give a text, and based on that, it gives the most likely, most relevant content for us. So that is the LLM is large language model is. Okay. Next thing is, what is embedded models? Embedded model is like a it generates some kind of the complex data, words or image that can be used to the other models. So that's the embedded model is. So I mean, when we are going to make application, in that time, our LLM will generate some kind of complex data, some kind of the custom data or objects. So that can be called as a embedded models. So those embedded models we can use into the again to the some LLM to give us some relevant data. So that the embedded models are. Other things like what are the providers are there? There are many providers who gives us the AI models and architectures. Okay, and how AI Sdk works is, let me tell you how because how I mean AI provider works. Okay, so you can see like a company such as OpenAI and Anthropic offers the range of large language models with the different strength and capabilities. So I mean there are the companies who give us the large language models. Okay, each provider typically its own unique method of inferencing with their models and complicating process of switching providers and increasing the risk of vendor lock-in. Means I mean like if you are using the AI model, then it has its own method to talk to the take the input and give the output. Okay, relevant output. So to achieve this, the AI SDK has, standardized the approach to interact with the LLM. So AI SDK is the software development kit for, the API kit for the kit to develop the software that makes it easy for us. Okay, so that's the AI SDK is. It's standardized approach to interact with the LLMs. I mean, we can use any LLM models by using this AI Virtual AI SDK. Okay, so what are the architecture is? What the AI SDK generally give? Okay, and how it interact with the models. So we can see in the image AI SDK. This is AI SDK. It gives generate text, generate object, stream text, stream object, and a stream UI. So AI SDK give us the generate text class or function, generate object class, stream text, stream object, stream UI. So and this things is going to talk to the large language models. I mean the providers, large language models providers. So what are the large language model providers we have? We have OpenAI, we have Google, we have Entropy. Okay, so AI SDK give us a like a frame or library, like a generate object, stream text, stream object, stream UI, generate text. And this can be used to the language specific models. Language specific models means we have the OpenAI, we have Google, we have Entropy, we have all many things, and provide a specific implementation call per the model. So it's called as per the models. Okay. Let's see what are the popular AI SDKs or providers we have. As we already say, we have the AI group provider, OpenAI provider, Azure, Entropy, Amazon, Google Generative AI. There's a Google Vertex. Okay, so these are the remote. You can say like these are the remote AI providers. We have other self-hosted models, AI providers like Olama provider, LM Studio, or Base 10. So these are the AI models we can just install in our system and start making the application. Self-hosted means we can just install in our system and we can start. Next thing is prompt. Okay. Next thing is prompt. What's the prompt is? So prompt is generally you can understand what the instruction we give, whatever like instruction we give to the LLM, large language model, and and that's do something on LLM. So that is the prompt is. So prompt are instruction that give you a large language model to tell what to do. So it's like when you ask someone for a direction, the clear your question, the better the direction you get. You have used any ChatGPT or any maybe the application AI applications where we give the instruction, the better the instruction we give, better the result we get. So that's the prompt is. Okay, so no issue with the prompt. So what kind of prompts we can have? We can have a text, message, and system prompts. Okay, so what the text prompt is? Text prompt is something we we give to the LLM. Okay, suppose a prompt we write, invent a new holiday, describe its traditions. I mean, any any text we give to generate something, there is a prompt. Okay, what is system prompt is? You have to understand this one because maybe most of the time as a software developer we supposed to use this one and we configure it very properly. Okay, so system prompt is the initial sets of instruction given to the models that help guide and constrain the model's behavior and response. So you can set the system prompts using the system properties. System prompts work with the both prompt and the message properties. So what the system prompt is, I mean, we can build the the chat GPT kind of the application very easily, but because there are already that kind of the chat GPTs and all those things. But this then why we make the chat GPT? Okay, so to differentiate the chat GPT behavior, or maybe the to make the chat GPT what chat GPT are making to make or its system configuration, like we have to make a chat GPT for a hospital, for a particular hospital. So what we do is we configure the that chat GPT behavior using the system prompt. How? Let's see here. Suppose we are defining a system prompt for a chat GPT. So what we are saying here, you help the planning travel itineraries, you respond to the users request with a list or the best box to their destination. Okay, so system prompts can be to define what the chat GPT can respond. Okay, so that configuration we do with the system prompt. Okay, so that is the system prompt is. What is the message prompt is? Message prompt is something and you can understand array of user, assistant, and tool message. So I mean, when when we are building ChatGPT kind of application, so there can be a multiple user entries, maybe assistants or the messages. So in that time, we have to put them in an array, in a message prompt, so in an array. So that's the message prompt is. So a message prompt is an array of user, assistant, and tool messages. Okay, So maybe we'll see these things in a detail, but for now you just understand this way. Okay, so what we have in a message prompt is we have a text part like a user part. In a user part, I mean where we put our text instruction. Image part, image, we can put the image in a text, maybe in a chat GPT in the format of URL, in the format of the binary, in format of base64. Okay, then next thing, what is the tool is? So tool is the important for us because we are software developers. So tool is the only thing that's help LLM to get the data from outside and work with the LLMs. So that's the tool is. So let's understand in a deeper way a little bit. So large language models are great to generate the text, but trouble with the specific tasks like solving math problem, such discrete math, interacting with the outside world, get real-time data information like weather, like the weather data. To solve this, tools are used. Tools are the actions that an LLM can invoke. The result of this action can be reported back to the LLM to be considered in the next response. So, I mean, basically tools are the, actions. Tools are the actions who can interact with the outer world of the LLM. Okay, because LLM is the, AI environment or AI, you can say like a one instance, one tool. I mean, one place there where, I mean, that LLM works. It cannot communicate with the other outside world API database and those things or other services. So tool is the only way to communicate with the LLM. So tool give us some kind of action. So LLM talks to the tool. Okay, tool goes to its action. It does some things and come back and respond back to the LLM. Okay, so that way. Okay, so tool is important here. So tool is the only thing that can interact with the that can help LLM to interact with the outer world. Okay, so what is our tool is an object can called by the model to perform a specific task. So tool can perform a specific task. You can use a tool with a generate text and stream text, passing one or more tools to be to the tools parameter. Okay, tools. What are the properties it takes? It takes the description parameter and execute. Okay, next thing, what is schema? Schemas are to define the parameters for tools and to validate the tools calls. Okay, SDK supports the row schema and job schema. Okay, so I mean to interact with the LLM, I mean the tools need a specific format. Okay, tools need a specific format. So that is a like a job schema or like a JSON schema. Okay, so uh, there where I mean schema comes into play into the tools. So what kind of schema or the JSON we provide to the LLM tools? So this is something like it supports the job schema. So we initiate like this. We give a format. What kind of format we supposed to put to the LLMs or maybe get the data and send back to the tools. So this is the format. Okay, like recipe name ingredient. This is the format. Then what the next step? Okay, next thing is what is the toolkit is. So I mean uh, as we say, like we can make a custom tool to interact with the LLM, or we are already there are already built in tools available like agentic is a open source tools. They, I mean, we can use them as per our uses. Okay, so like agentic, the most tools connected with the external APIs such as Era and X2V. Okay, so these agentic tools can help us to better communicate with the LLM. Okay, because already there are many tools. We don't have to make the custom tools. Similarly, there is a interleafy. So interleafy. eh, So what this does is convert API into the tools, and AI can connect with your backend in a minute. So this tool, what it does is it can convert our API to the tools directly. It can convert our API to the tools, and tools can communicate with the AI LLMs. So this is the big thing. I understand. I mean, we can use this one. Okay. Next thing is streaming. Stream is that is not most important, but is a UI interface. Like what kind of UI interface we supposed to use when we are building something like a AI powered application, and rendering the interface. So basically, we are going to preferring the streaming UI. Why? Streaming UI display response is much faster than the blocking UI, because streaming UI you can see uh, it responds. I mean, when we are implementing the AI, so it responds faster than the block UI. Okay. Last thing is what we have is this is the agents. What the agent is. Okay. So agent is something do a specific task. It does a task using the AI. Okay, that what the agent is. So what the AI do is when building the AI application, often needs a system that can understand the context and take meaningful action. Okay, so what we do is what it say is when we are making the application, so what we supposed to do is uh, what our intention is that whatever like the instruction we give, our application should understand the context and take a meaningful action. So I mean do some kind of action on our input. We give some instruction and it does some kind of action. That's the agent is. When building these systems, the key consideration is to finding the right balance between flexibility and control. So let's explore the different approaches of the building their systems and focus on explaining how much the capability you need. Okay, so I mean you understood, right? I mean agents is something that understand our context and takes meaningful actions, takes some kind of actions, does something. Okay, that's the agent is. So what kind of the agents we have? We have a single step agents, we have multi steps agents. Okay, so I mean we are going to build these agents, tools, and the AI powered chatbot. Okay, so this is it about the AI SDK. We saw the AI SDK, what the tool is, what prompt is, what the AI SDK, what are the AI SDK providers are. So hope you understood a little bit about what the AI SDK can do and how we can make AI application. Okay, I will not take much time. Just I'll explain you like how I have built this application in a Next.js. Okay. So what I did is I will not see much deeper today. We'll just see like how I just build this. Okay. So first of all, I created one Next.js application, and in Next.js application, what I did is I just created a one route handler. Okay, I created a one route handler. In the route handler, what I'm doing is if my screen is clearly visible, so what in a route handler I am doing is I'm just because we are using the OpenAI, so I'm using the OpenAI SDK. And next thing is the AI SDK. Okay, stream text. Okay, then you can see it's because uh, this handler is to capture some form action. Okay, so that's what I have written this export post action here. So any kind of post action that's going to be happen, it's going to catch those. Okay, so there you can see I started just streaming text there, stream text result, and I'm defining a OpenAI model. So what OpenAI model I'm defining? GPT-4o and mini. This is the OpenAI model that I'm using. And next thing is the message. So from where the message is going to is a post action from the body is going to take this message. Okay, from this message is going to take, and it will give here, and it will respond as something. Next thing, if I show you here, I mean, it's not just, I mean, it's just a, you can see just a UI thing here. What other things we are going to do, use is we are using AI Sdk tool and using a youth chat. From the youth chat, what the things I'm taking is like handle submit, input message. Okay, you can see this is there, and this is our form. In a form, we have just only one input box here. You can see this one. This is one input box. So this is going to take it from here. Okay, and on on submit on by clicking on something or hitting on it, handle submit, like it manages our the messages, and it's display like this. Okay, so how we are going to configure? So first of all, like as I said, like I have written a one handler to take the form action. There we are writing a search box for for the chat GPT. Okay, and other most important thing is we have to install these things. We have to install the AI SDK. We have to install the OpenAI SDK. Okay, what are the things we have to we have to configure this one. I cannot show you the complete. Okay, but this is where I mean we supposed to and we supposed to so this is how we define our OpenAI SDK, OpenAI key. So this is actually not free. It's a you have to register somewhere in our OpenAI, and you put the key here. Okay, after putting the key, and when we build it, it starts running like this. Okay, so I guess you got something. I mean, it's just an overview. Okay, so in our next session, we'll see how we'll create a one application, AI powered hospital chat assistant. So that chat assistant will especially work for a hospital. Okay, so thank you very much. If you have any question, we can talk later.